This is my friend Earl Flamata, and I've known him for many, many, many years. He has been guiding other entrepreneurs how to make money. And I feel so fortunate to be able to have him speak at our kids' meetup. Now, he was booked for February, and what happened? He had a heart attack. And then he had to have, I think he was just trying to get out of money, And because then he said, I have to get my appendix out.
Oh.
But luckily I grabbed him for now before he has to go for his stent surgery. So please welcome Earl Flamata.
All right, hold on. Just gonna make sure I gotta go the right way. Oh, there. We're good. Okay, cool. Hi, everybody. So I introduced myself already. My name is Earl, and I am famous for finding $100,000 in your business in 90 minutes or less. Sadly, I only have 45 minutes, so maybe I'll find you 50 minutes. Back to the stories. So the optometrist was just up here. Like every good Asian kid, my parents encouraged me to learn to play piano. And so they watched me learning piano, and I'm slowly going closer and closer and closer and closer to the notes, and they're like, "You need glasses, kid." And so yeah, ever since grade 2, I've had glasses. So yeah, very, very, very important. All right, so this one is, I have a series of 13 presentations. I gave all of them to Judy, and Judy picked number 5. And this one is the $1 billion mistake that's so easy to make, but so simple to implement. So this one actually hits home really good because I was just consulting, I think they were at 10, maybe 12 million revenue, and they only sold one thing. And the big mistake is they should sell more stuff, and we're going to cover that today. So it's not just more clients, it's properly using the ones you already have. Okay, so most people don't know that you can actually double the size of your business without increasing the number of your clients. Okay, and it's a really easy step. So about us, BEO, it's a business community. I actually do a weekly teaching webinar. Every Tuesday I teach this stuff for free to the general populace, and people from all sorts of walks of life and all over the world come. We do it online now because we have people from like New York and Australia coming. We have a mastermind group coaching place. I do one-on-one high-performance coaching, business networking, and off-site business training. We're actually running an event called Burgers and Networking next week. So for those of you interested, we can come do that. What's in it for me? What we're going to learn today? The 5 places to grow your business. They're the basic building blocks of every business. Okay, raising average order value, the $1 billion question, and then talking about some sales flows. So logistics. If your phone rings, just step outside, make the call, go make money, come back, right? I want you to make money. It's an open conversation. It's a little different. It's not a lecture unless you want it to be, right? So if you have questions, if it's pertinent to the slide in front of you, stick your hand up and ask. I'll also do an open AMA at the end. And the offer at the end is just if you want to join the mastermind. So the first thing I want to talk about are the 5 places to grow your business. There's only 5 places that you need to focus on to grow a business, period, end of discussion. And if you do these 5 things, if you're not at the $5-10 million range yet, you can get there. And it's not actually that hard to do, okay? So the pieces are, number 1, more leads. If no one knows who you are, no one can buy from you, okay? So you gotta get more leads coming in the pipeline, okay? Next thing is more conversions. Once the lead gets there, you have to convince them to buy something. So if your offer sucks, and how to check if your offer sucks? Go on the internet, look up all your competitors, look at all their websites. If your website is the same as all their websites, you're doing it wrong. Okay? So next one's more transactions. Once you've gotten someone to part with $1, right? You've broken that dollar trust barrier, and they've given you your first $1. You know how easy it is to get them to buy from you again? All you gotta do is ask. And most people don't. I think we were talking about kids earlier. The average child, like under 10, asks like 50 questions before noon, right? We, as adults, we stop asking questions. We stop asking for stuff. So that's really important. Next thing is higher prices. One, not just increasing your prices, but selling other people's stuff that helps your client base. Okay? A lot of people mess that one up. So higher price is very, very important. And then last but not least, more profits. A few guys in the audience were talking about financial services and saving money and saving taxes and all that stuff. That's very, very, very important. What's the point of making all this money if you don't get to keep it, right? So that's more profits. And what I want to do is I want to put some numbers behind each of these things. I know it's kind of small, so I'll read them out loud. So if you had 1,000 leads, okay, 25% conversions, 1 out of 4 people buy something. Okay, 10 transactions, $100. So what is this? This could be Troy, right? This could be a personal trainer. This could be a restaurant. This could be a yoga studio. Okay, and if your profit margin is 25%, your business is making 62.5. Okay, nice little small business off the side of your desk. If you were to increase everything by a factor of 10%, not a whole lot, 10% more leads. How do you get more leads? You buy them. Newsflash, if you can't buy leads for your business and grow your business by buying leads, you don't have a business. Okay, you have a job. There's a difference. Okay, more conversions. How do you make your conversion more interesting? Okay, if you increase it by 10%, transactions. How do you get one more transaction? Ask. Okay, I'm still trying to convince my favorite sandwich shop. Do a birthday thing. You know, just on a birthday thing. You know, if you come on your birthday, buy one, get one, just buy a drink, whatever it is. That would increase the transactions by 1. Okay, higher prices, increase pricing, more profits, keep more profits. Just increasing by 10% takes it from 60,000 to 100,000. Okay, the same 5 levers. If I pull it and I move 50%, okay, how do we do that? It's actually really not hard to do. Okay, 1,500 leads, 37.5% conversion, 15 transactions, etc., etc. The same business is now almost $500,000. The exact same business, pulling these 5 levers and just doing them, consistently. Okay, so today's talk though is about the $1 billion mistake. So stop discounting. Everyone's knee-jerk reaction to every sort of offer or sale or whatever is, we're going to put it up for discount, right? And your accountant should beat you over that. Don't do that. Okay, so accountant, beat them. Make it happen. So stop discounting is your go-to reason to make customers buy more. Okay, one of the biggest mistakes the small business makes is that owners repeat is to not ask their clients to buy more at the time of purchase. Okay, and the only thing people like more than being right is being more right. Okay, so just think about it. Let's pretend that you wanted to buy, I don't know if the slide's up here or not, but let's pretend you wanted to buy tennis stuff. You got into tennis. What's the minimum viable product you need to play tennis? Just a tennis racket, right? That's it. Once you have the tennis racket, that's the minimum. But then you start playing, and then you realize you suck. You need more tennis balls, so you stop running over the fence over and over and over again, right? Then the sun's in your eyes, so you need a tennis hat, and you lose grip, so now you need tennis shoes, etc., etc. Sell them more stuff, and how you sell them more stuff is you freaking ask them. That's it. Just ask them to buy more stuff that will help them in their cause. So what we're going to talk about is bundle, upsell, downsell, cross-sell. I'm going to go quick because I've only got 45. So the first thing is bundle. Okay, bundling is when you stick a bunch of stuff together that makes them happy, and then you discount. Only when they buy the bundle. Does that make sense, everybody? The only time you discount is when they buy a whole bunch of crap. Okay, that's when you discount because now they're feeling good about it. You're increasing your average order value. Oh, this is the wrong thing. Only thing one. Okay, more. Cool. Bundling best practices: complementary or solution-based bundles. I'll give you some examples. Tiered bundles. So maybe the basic is shampoo and conditioner, the premium is shampoo, conditioner, and hair mask, and the ultimate is everything plus a serum and a free comb. And some color, right? So make that happen. So we're looking at discounting bundles. So maybe you buy 3, you save 15%, right? Again, increasing average order value is super important. Limited time bundles. It's the spring essentials bundle, only good till the end of March, right? Then bang. So cross-category selling, if you're selling electronics, like a laptop, you bundle it with a bag, a mouse, a battery pack. People who sell laptops actually don't make that much margin, but they make hundreds of % margin on the bag, right? Hundreds of % margin on the accessories. So think about this for your own business. What are you doing that bundles stuff with your stuff? The next thing is the upsell. Upsell is encouraging customers to buy a bigger, badder version of whatever they bought from you before, okay? And I didn't know the difference between an upsell and a cross-sell, but we'll get to that. A premium upgrade offer the software company gives you an upgrade from the basic plan with more features, right? Another one is, instead of getting the regular burger, you get the crazy burger with more patties and more eggs and more fries and more everything, right? So that's the bigger, better upsell. The usage-based one is, if you're buying more stuff, you get more modules, you can sell them more modules. A downsell, okay? A downsell is when the thing that you're offering, your standard offer, your standard pitch, is too big for what they want. Sell them something smaller. If they say no, don't give up and go away. Sell them something smaller, okay? The lower tier option, if a client passes on your full consulting package, offer a one-time strategy session instead. They come to this one-time strategy session, they like what you do as a coach, oh my God, I need to buy more of this stuff. Now they buy the big one, but now they've trusted you, right? There's a big difference in that. The payment plan option, if they can't afford it all up front, break it down into monthly payments, okay? So this is a downsell, the do-it-yourself or self-starter. The customer declines the offer on your website, offer them a do-it-yourself template. Okay, so they can't afford your service. Well, here's a package on how to do it yourself. You know what happens sometimes? They read the whole package and go, crap, that's a lot of work. And then they hire you anyway, right? So that's a secret technique. If you do that, they go, oh my God, I didn't realize how much work goes into this. Then they realize, you know what, I better hire them anyways. I've gotten so many deals just doing this. Cross-selling is when you sell something that makes sense with the original thing, but it actually has nothing to do with the original thing. Okay? It just goes well together. And I want to show you guys this. So customer also bought, when you guys buy like something on Amazon, it'll say, hey, everybody who bought this also bought this. Yeah. And then my dumb ass clicks everything and then buys everything. Stupid Amazon. So the post-purchase cross-sell, after they buy something, offer them other stuff. So if they buy like a hotel stay, offer a spa, airport transfer, local tours, something on top of after you sold them. So once you got their money, run. I'm kidding. No, you come back to them and you say, hey, look, would you also like these following things, right? So the $1 billion question. The $1 billion question. Would you like fries with that? Right? You will actually get fired from McDonald's if you do not ask this question. Now let me show you the math behind this and why. Okay. So first thing, I did this. Yes.
Question was that fries thing though.
Yes.
Now that McDonald's has their touch screens,
Yes.
they don't ask that question anymore in physical form, right?
They
So-
don't, but sometimes the pop-up happens. Stupid pop-up goes, yeah, want some fries? Or like when you're done, so you guys ever do this? You go to McDonald's, you buy a bunch of stuff, you go done, and it goes, hey, wait! You want a drink? You want some fries? You want some apple pie? You want that damn milkshake? Or you want the ice cream machine that doesn't work? Right? No. So that's the thing. So there's a little cafe, good question by the way. There's a little cafe. The daughter is a server and she hates it there. She does not like working for her family restaurant, okay? 1/3 of the customers get asked the $1 billion question. Only 1/3 because she hates it there, doesn't want to be there, okay? So fries is only $5. I'm gonna break down the math. On 150 customers a day, only 1/3 of them get asked, do you want fries? Only 50 of them get asked. So there's 100 people who don't get asked if they want fries. 100 times 5 is $500. At 6 days a week, because they're closed on Sundays, they make $3,000. Annually, that's $156,000 oops. Just by not asking the dumb question, do you want fries with that? So what in your business is that thing where you're forgetting to ask, do you want fries with that? For the photographers, right? I used to consult for a photographer who did like weddings. And you know what they did? They asked, would you like fridge magnets with that? Do you know how much more sales went up? Do you know how many people saw the damn fridge magnet and went, oh my God, that's amazing, from the wedding, who's your photographer? It's on the frickin' fridge magnet. Don't sell them fridge magnets, just give them away for free even. You'll get more business. Okay, it's a little crazy that way. So even at half, it's still $78,000. So here's what happened. Okay, here's what happened. We fired the daughter. She didn't want to be there anyway. She wanted to go to school. She wanted to go to school. So what happened? We hired a new person. They were religious with the $1 billion question. They asked every freaking person who walked through the door, even if they didn't order a hamburger, you want fries? Right? And so that's what happened. The daughter got to school, the new person got a job, and the parents got to take a vacation for the first time in forever. Okay? Just by asking the dumb question, the $1 billion question. And let me show you why it's a $1 billion question. I asked the question, how many McDonald's are there in the world? And Google said 41,800. Okay? That's a lot of McDonald's. So you do the math. At 41,800 times the little cafe, that's a $3.6 billion question. This is why you get fired from McDonald's if you don't ask the question, do you want fries with that? What are you doing in your business where you forget to ask that question? So think about what you do, what are you asking? And if you think about it, so this is the standard, and then the upsell is the bigger burger. Okay, the cross-sell is all the other crap that goes along with it, fries. Okay, the downsell is the kids' meal because it's smaller than the big burger. Okay, and then the bundle is when you buy a bunch of stuff, they give you the drink for free. How much does the drink cost? Actual cost? It's what, like 3 cents of like water and syrup? That they sell you for $1? Oh my God, right? The margin on it's crazy. So screw the drink, give it away for free if you buy the burger and the fries. Awesome. Now I increase my average order value, I make more money. Does this start to make sense? Now do this to your business. What is your upsell? What is your downsell? What is your cross-sell? Right? Figure this out for yourself and make a bunch of money. That's the content. You want a workshop, we have a mastermind. The hard questions, do you provide any value-add services so the customer perceives your product or service to be more valuable? Okay, let me give you one on this. Who here has a car? Yeah? Whoever's thinking for an oil change every once in a while, right? Okay. What does Jiffy Lube do that's different from everybody else? They have, what, that 13, 17, 21 point checklist?
Yeah.
It's a frickin' checklist. But that alone, the stupid checklist, makes them more valuable than every other place that didn't have a checklist, because those guys don't have a checklist, we have a checklist. Right, we should come here instead. That's it. The frickin' checklist makes them $1 bajillion more dollars. Okay? Is there anything you could provide or communicate that would raise the perceived value of your product or service? Okay? Answer that question and you make more money. How many customers do you have that account for your current revenue if we could make the perception of a higher value and communicate it to them? How many more customers are you gonna get? Tons. Okay? Bob's here from the Board of Trade. What if I made it so that I had a welcome whackin' package that when you joined the Board of Trade, we'd save you so much money your membership was free? Okay? Now what idiot wouldn't join? Right? Wait a minute, so the membership costs this, but you'll give me that, and I'm guaranteed to save that much. Why wouldn't you join? Are you crazy? No, join. Right? So you make it so it's an irresistible offer. And once you do that, nobody wants to say no. Okay? So once upon a time, I used to sell SEO services. So it was ranking on Google and that sort of thing. And what I did was I went in there as a consultant and I looked at their credit card statements and they're like, I thought you're an SEO guy. I'm like, yeah, I am, but I'm looking at your credit card statements because I think you're overpaying on your credit card. And what I would do is I would shift their credit card processor, save them thousands of dollars, and all of a sudden my SEO services are free. How many times do you think they said no to me? Right? This is what I mean by an irresistible offer. When you make your stuff free, and they're like, wait, you just gave me an extra $5,000 a month, and now you want to sell me $3,000? Yes. Can I take two? Yeah. So that's how it works. If you raised your prices, you'd lose a small percentage of your customers and maintain the same net profit. Would you? The answer should be yes. Right? Then the tire kickers all leave. Right? Then you don't have to deal with those guys. If you guys want to take a screenshot of these, I'm just going to move to Q&A. I think there's, if you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, there is the LinkedIn. I don't know how much time I got left because I know I had limited time and we started a little late. But there you go. So if you want to follow me on LinkedIn, I do have the replay, the course. We do sell this as a course. The book. If anybody wants the book, you can buy it on Amazon if you want, but I'll just give it to you for free. So just if you want the book, here, let's go back up this thing. Follow me on LinkedIn and just send me the word book and I'll know exactly what to send you. Okay? I know it's weird, you know, hi, how's it go? No, book. Right? Just write book and I'll give you the book. So the book, there, a business and organization. And we have a community where we talk about all this kind of stuff and we share these things on a deeper basis. I give you a worksheet and I encourage you to do this for your own business so you make a whole bunch of money. And yeah, and that's it. Ask me anything. So what do you guys got?
Thank you so much. I love the